Tank fact number 8. Contrary to popular belief, duckies
Crew members are killed.
do not float.
Welcome back to the WGL. No, the Ducky does not float. That was sad news for Kev because I know it's his favorite tank.
One of the favorites, man. One of the favorites. I tried to get you hooked on the AMX-40 as well, but
Man, I just...
it is not feeling it.
It bounces bullets like a boss.
You know, it's like one of those things where if you get like, if you're like the highest tier in the game and the rest is tier 3,
You're gonna have a good day.
you just sit there and like everything bounces off. But then every now and then they put you with tier 5s or even tier 6, and then you're super slow, and then by the time that you arrive in the battle, one shot, quack, and you're dead. Man, that does stink a little.
Our next match is going to be MOPP4 versus Wreak Havok. We'll be jumping into that face-off in just a moment. Before we do, how about we remember some of the closing moments from Wreak Havok's game last night, where they barely snatched victory away from Strike. They were all tied up at 2 each. They took Abby in the 5th and final map. They had an epic firefight where Strike just crushed Wreak Havok, and it looks like it was over.
But Ben, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile.
But you're right, winning is winning, and in the case of T1 Cunningham sitting on your cap point uncontested, makes winning pretty easy, even if you don't realize it's happening. Wreak Havok narrowly took that one away from Strike yesterday. I'd advise everyone go check out the VODs at WGLNA.com and watch that exciting.
I thought you were actually going to throw it to a video because you were going to go silent. It's like, are we going to go somewhere, Ben? Like, am I supposed to talk right now? Of course, they did get 3 points for that win. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you win with 3-0 or if you win 3-2 with 4 overtime. Sure, if it would be a 3-way tie or if you would be tied with the same other team at the end of the league, map score does matter. But if you just go 6-1 or perhaps even 5-2, or you go boss mode 7-0 in the regular season, you're always going to make it to Vegas. So above all, winning the clan war is the most important thing there is. Dropping a map here and there, yeah, who cares? As long as you win your clan wars.
You are exactly right, Kev. I want to also remind you guys, please keep engaging us on Twitter and on Facebook, twitter.com/WGLNA, facebook.com/WGLNA. We're giving away gold and premium time to those of you that decide to.
And we got more good things coming for you guys as well, but I'm not sure if we can talk about it yet.
I'm not going to yell at you if you talk about it. You tell them whatever you want to tell them.
Okay, well, we're going to give away more than just gold.
Hot night with Rotterdam.
That's one of the things you can win as well, but only if you take me inside of your tank.
Let's jump into the Wreak Havok versus MOPP4 face-off as our team captains are ready. Gentlemen, how the hell are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Wonderful, and thank you. Sniper Food, I'm going to start with you. Wreak Havok being, well, yeah, I want to ask you about that match yesterday that ended so excitingly. Talk us through what was going on in your mind as the final seconds of Abby ticked down.
I actually set that one out. I went ahead. We subbed a few guys in, so I only got to hear it. And I hear a lot of like, oh dang it, oh dang it, oh dang it, this is going bad, and also screams of joy. So from what I heard, it was awesome. Watching the replay, you know, that was lucky. That was awesome, you know, and I thought it was funny because a few guys posted Havoc cap fast strat, which was funny in the comments because that's kind of what happened. But from what I saw in the replay and just seeing in the channel, you know, that was really fun. It amazed me, and it shows how even tier 1 tanks in these tournaments can be a crucial part.
I thought it was a very exciting conclusion and one that I was certainly not counting on. Now you're about to go on and play against MOPP4. Perhaps one of the, arguably a harder opponent. What words do you have for your opponent as you get ready for this battle?
Well, I'm excited about this match. You know, we're facing a team with a lot of talent. You know, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a challenge, and I'm not gonna jinx ourselves saying we're gonna go 3-0 this time. So just kind of looking at it that way, and like I said, it's gonna be fun going against a talented team and. You know, made the best team win.
Conflicts. I know that
Yes,
you guys
sir.
have been paying close attention to the way the league has been playing out. You were probably watching Wreak Havok's game yesterday. What do you take away from watching their match against Strike?
Well, we've watched all the matches, and Wreak Havok's actually our primary scrimming partner, so this will be an interesting match. I'm sure a lot of people will be discussing the meta, you know, now that they know we're scrimming partners as well as, you know, being able to watch them on stream. So because of that, I think anything can happen. You know, when you're in that game and you're rotating around the map, you know, both teams going back and forth, I think anything is going to happen.
And I have to ask you, Conflict, what words do you have for Wreak Havok as you get ready?
We have a lot of respect for them, so good fight. That's all I'm going to say right now.
Thank you.
Good fight, have luck, as, well, doesn't really work that way.
No.
MOPP4 is the higher seed, so Conflict, you call the coin flip.
Tails, please.
All right, let's see what it is.
Eagle always wins.
Tails never fails. Tails it is. MOPP4, you have the choice of either picking the map or deferring and picking the spawn position.
We will defer and pick spawn position.
All right, Sniper Food, where's it going to be?
Let's go ahead. Let's play mines.
Mines will be the map. Conflict, spawn position.
Roger that. We'll take the south position, please.
And MOPP4 will take the south position. Very exciting. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Let's get into
Thank
tank
you.
selection with those guys.
Have great view range, and it's a heavy tank, whereas Invade is a light. On the move, light tanks don't lose their camo at all. They have the same camo with sitting still and moving.
Plated
Plated
Mega.
Mega is in position, taking some good shots.
He knows he's there. He lighted up Invade. He got one shot already, and that's the only shot he will get for now. But at least he pushed Invade out of that K5 corner, which was, of course, a little too pleasant.
Did take a little bit of damage in the process, dropping down to 920 hit points. Still, there is no tier lead for either side. It's Conflict a casualty, Tevek's a casualty, so it's all tied up. Tier 8 has to die for either side to
I don't really
take
see
the
it
lead here.
happening. I don't think that MOPP4 ever wants to move out. They just, all of their tanks are weakened up a little bit. I mean, not too much. It's not like one of their tanks is extremely low on HP, but they took enough damage while losing one more T1, by the way, in the process. So both scouts are dead right now for MOPP4.
Getting a good position. He's got some great vision here as long. Oh, but he has been spotted. A big shot going down, and a couple of misses being sent back his way. He's going to have to back out of here, taking a little bit too much damage. Plated Mega doing a great job pushing him out. Oh, but now he's going to trade some shots. Will Mega get that last shot off? It looks like no.
So
Vibane ducks away with 120 hit
Invade
points
is
left.
taking a lot of damage as well, by the way. Plated Mega almost got a shot on him as well. Both tanks right now from Wreak Havok are extremely low on HP. And now you could say, now actually is the time for MOPP4 to push in and try to kill one of those two tanks.
Yeah, here comes Unknown One from the back half of the map. Not sure what he's doing way back there. Still so disengaged from the battle. Plated Mega, really the hero here.
I was waiting for Captain No Pants. He is in that mobile 1390. He might be able to swing in, might be able to land one of the shots. He does take a little bit of damage, as there has been backup as well from Team Wreak Havok. We got 22 seconds to go. Oh, all the heavies are moving in right now as well.
Still, there's such 14 seconds left, 13 seconds remaining. Very tense moments. Plated Mega does have vision on Vibane goes down. Huge shot. Great plays there, and now it's on MOPP4 to wait a second.
No, it's over, man. There's no time.
7 points. 7 points is not 8 points. That's a draw.
Because both scouts died on the one side.
Both scouts died on one side, only one scout going down on the other, and it will be a draw. So managing to sneak past neither side, spotting the other. And what a bizarre turn of events this is going to be.
I think they're going to spot each other real soon.
T1 also gets spotted, and that's going to cause some different movement here from Wreak Havok. The entirety of MOPP4 closing down. Wreak Havok's going to give chase to that T1 Cunningham, but you know what? They're going to be greeted by a whole bunch of auto-loading MOPP4 tankers.
Yeah, the 5100s are a little bit split up though. Randall, what do you think we are going to see?
I have no idea. This is a really weird fight to be in because both teams are moving around, not expecting each other to be where they are. Captain No Pants is going to initiate cap, and now the rest of MOPP4 has to screen and keep Wreak Havok at bay.
Call me Sergeant. Invade trying to set up some shots to get into that cap point. Check Monster going to come down on them. At the same time, it's Smokey and Khalees holding that other corner. There's tons of crossfire potential right now. Captain No Pants in a great position for the cap, but he can't actually lock it down as we've got some Wreak Havok players sitting on the flag.
Smokey is trap banned. Smokey in the IS-3 will fall, so this is starting to look a little rough right now for MOPP4. No, for Wreak Havok. Yes, the T69 is actually taking a lot of damage as well from Khalees.
Khalees taking big damage, but Captain No Pants going to go down as well. Both sides trading shots. I got 3 tier 8s alive for MOPP4, 3 tier 8s alive for Wreak Havok. It's all even right now. Both sides giving chase. Check Monster very low on health. Also, we're a little bit unsure of how many shots are left. That's a miss by Conflict, a huge miss. A second big miss from Bachrocker. Vibane doing a great job baiting out some shots, and even though he's taken some big damage, you have to figure that the
1
MOPP4
minute
guys
to
are going to have to
go.
reload soon.
1 minute to go, Ben. They want to pick off Dybane in the 5100. Another big miss.
That's some great driving by Thybane, backing all the way into the corner. Will he buy himself enough time for his team to get there? Getting some shots off as well. Finally goes down, but
1
here
for
comes
1.
the rest of Wreak Havok just chasing MOPP4 in circles. It's 2 against 2.
They don't
44 seconds left.
They don't want to fight at IS-3. There's almost no way. They're going to have to reload for quite a while. I think that the red tanks are just going to flee for now.
Well, if they flee, they... well, actually, I guess they can flee because there's no longer a threat of cap. And it's Invade and Call Me Sarge trying to corner one of these autoloaders. The T-69 and the 5100 both still
seconds.
alive. Bach Rocker in a very uncomfortable position. He is trying to get back to his teammate Conflict. 14 seconds remain. This clock might tick down, and it may end up being a draw on Himmelsdorf. 8 seconds remaining. The autoloaders are reclipped, but they probably don't want to fight. 3, 2, 1, and that's gonna do it. One final shot, but no damage taken as Wreak Havok and MOPP4 draw a second time.
But a very exciting draw, and there are many ways to draw. Every now and then we have both players or both teams just sitting and out. Neither team really want to engage. Both teams were very active out on the map. Even before the crazy fighting happened, even before the cap fest happened with all this 5100, they were already very active. And even in the end, it did end up in a draw. So much stuff happened in this game. It made it a very entertaining game to watch.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. They didn't really sit and wait around. MOPP4 tried to make a cool move on the hill. Unfortunately, they kind of blew it there. Didn't catch that T-69, so he gets away. And then Wreak Havok gets a cool position, but MOPP4 doesn't play into it by returning to base. Then a really crucial T1 kill, Tevix going down. If he could have lived, I think, and killed, who was the living T1?
Nemesis?
Nemesis, yeah. If Nemesis had gotten killed, Wreak Havok could have pressured Cav, and that would have been it. But that moment when one T1, that T1 fight really, I think, decided the way Wreak Havok went. They had to return to base. Then they started doing what they did around the map, going up to the hill, leaving the hill.
Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy, crazy game there, as it's still a draw situation as we got to move into battle number 3. Guys, this is best of 5. Best of 5, I say.
We're in game or battle number 3 right now.
This could be one of these scenarios where you have one win, and that's good enough. We will have to wait and see. MOPP4 still has the onus, as they were the ones that won that coin flip 2 maps ago. So they have the choice still. We're going to take a short break. We will get back with more WGL and more MOPP4 versus Wreak Havok.
Are you ready? Welcome to the Wargaming.net League North America World of Tanks. Oh my God! It is time for North America to answer the call of esports. This could be it. 5 seconds left to go. I think we said it. They got it at the last second. An amazing play. This is just a taste of what's to come. He's trying to turn it around.
Big shots going down all over the place.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to the Wargaming.net League North America. Please come join us in Las Vegas, August 17th and 18th for the WGL's Season 1 Finals. It's going to be a lot of fun. Roddy and me will teach you all you want to know about playing craps or roulette.
Do everything that we don't do, and you're going to walk away like a wealthy man.
We are really good at losing money, so as long as you bet against us, you'll be just fine.
And that's actually very possible, If you play craps, just press the don't pass line, because I'm excellent at rolling those 7s. I must say, Ben, you're a good roller.
Sometimes.
You're above average. From what I've seen in my lifetime career in Vegas, you're an above average roller on the craps table.
It's all about lining up your dice so you have the fewest 7s on the axis as possible.
Is that so?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I'm excited,
I'm going to
man.
pull a Mark Orbitz on you.
And everyone at home was like, Mark Orbitz?
Who the heck is that?
He's a lovely fellow from my StarCraft 2 community.
If you're watching, Mark, we love you.
I don't think Mark's watching.
I doubt it.
I don't think Mark knows that it's all about the tanks.
So it's battle number 3 between MOPP4 and Wreak Havok, and it seems kind of weird to say that since the score is 0-0. We've had 2 exciting games and 2 exciting draws. Certainly on Himmelsdorf as the 2 teams chased each other in circles for about 10 minutes. And then found themselves tied at the end of things. That happened. The defensive position of Wreak Havok is just so... you can't really push on that flag right now.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult. And if MOPP4 were to figure out where the layout is And unfortunately, they don't have any T1 to do this, but if they were to figure out the layout, they could aggress on any one of these tanks as their entire group, and they would have the advantage.
30 seconds to go.
And it's just a matter of whether or not MOPP4 decides to roll the dice, Vegas style.
Take a chance, roll a
Oh,
dice.
Nemesis has the nice camo on his 5100. Gotta say, I like your style, Nemesis. You're looking good. One shot fired there by Bachrocker, and I don't know if it hit or not. Looks
we're
like
gonna
not really.
draw it out.
Smokey also fired and missed. So
With 5 seconds to go, I cannot imagine either team taking a risk this big. So that means that we're gonna draw once more.
Again.
That's all it means. We're gonna head on to map number 4 after Runeberg. Pretty much only the open maps left right now.
On to the
And
fourth
neither
battle.
team has won
It's
so far.
still 0-0.
That happens sometimes too in football, Ben. Play a game at home, it's 0-0. You play away, 0-0. Then you go into overtime. And this is like the first period of extra time, which is 0-0 too. You know what will really suck if that happens in a basketball game?
Wow.
Every shot bounces.
Maybe in a LeBron game.
No, that would never happen in a LeBron game.
Oh, snap. All right, guys, this means we're going to head into our next short break. When we get back, it'll be battle number 4 between MOPP4 and Wreak Havok. Who's going to strike first? Who's going to strike at all? We'll find out after this. Welcome back to the desk of the Wargaming.net League North American World of Tanks competition. I am Mr. Bitter, joined by Roti to my right and Rendell to my further right. And we are about to jump into battle number 4, MOPP4 versus Wreak Havok. Right now, well, nobody's leading. It's 0-0.
We had all
thus
types
far.
of draws so far. All 3 of the games that we've seen were very different type of draws. Game 2 was very action-packed, which somehow came down to both teams just like having 2 tanks remaining. But hey, still an even point. I believe in the first game, the first game was a Mines, right? That was an awesome game as well. At least the final 2 minutes were super awesome, where it was 7 points difference instead of 8. And then the last game where we had a very passive draw.
that was just so much posturing and just moving around and not quite getting the engagements that they want. Neither team slipping up in a way that the other can just take advantage of.
Nobody wants to make a big mistake, and those mistakes will become more and more costly as we get nearer and nearer to that pivotal match number 5, which at that point is the first guy to win a match wins the whole, or win a battle wins the whole match. So
But great champions, Ben, are never afraid to fail, because they don't think it's an option.
that's right.
They go for it and succeed.
I agree with you. We are moving on to Abby. And as we prepare for that, I want to invite you all, please, to get involved in the conversation on Twitter, twitter.com/WGLNA. Let us know what you think about the games, the matches, the players. Who's your favorite to go on? Get involved in the betting in chat. You have a chance to win some premium tanks. We'll be giving away some premium tanks here in coming weeks.
Nice point.
It's official.
It's official, guys.
If you bet well, you will win premium tanks.
Can be really good tanks as well.
Might be a tier 8.
Might be a Panzer S35.
Might be a tier 3. If it's a tier 3, then
You know-
you can platoon with Roddy.
My last game with the Panzer S35 was so good that I didn't play any World of Tanks ever since. Got 9 kills, and I was like, all right, that's it. I'm done.
Not going to get any better than this. I retire.
I completed multiplayer in this game. That's,
I won.
that's how it felt. And then Ruka was like, you didn't even get 12. Well, what's your record, Ru? 12? 11? 13?
Ruka was disappointed because the number of kills you got is not the average tier that he plays at.
Yeah, pretty much. You gotta get higher. I think I've gotten. I know I've gotten 11. I think I've gotten 12. We can always check my stats.
And they're really good.
And they're amazing. They're beautiful. My pedigree is fantastic in tanks.
The real question is, how many Brothers in Arms medals do you have? Because every time Roddy and me platoon, we get Brothers in Arms.
I don't platoon that much.
We got
sadly.
back to back, bro.
I like the challenge of going out alone, trying to carry the team on my back, and then usually failing.
All right, our next map is going to be Abby. The game is live. Let's jump in. Battle number 4, MOPP4 versus Wreak Havok.
Here we go, guys, with battle number 4 on Abbey. And before the action kicks in, I do want to give a small shout out to both of these teams for having awesome team logos, man. You didn't have to draw anything, but I must say both the team logos from Wreak Havok and from MOPP4 are pretty damn badass.
Yeah, they're very cool. Not quite as cool as the Bear Huggers logo, I gotta say.
That is a pretty cool logo.
That one still is the best logo of all,
Ooh.
if I may be so bold.
I must say that I really like what I'm seeing over here. A 1390 and a 5100 immediately rolling up to middle of Abbey. That's not something I see all the time. He's going to say hello to this T69, even landing a shot.
Big
What
shots already. Yeah, like you said, Kev, Kali's forced to fall back.
And his gun is damaged. That will be huge. If he doesn't use his kit now, he is saving it for later when the real fight happens, so he can use it as he takes other critical damage. So this is actually pretty big. He's not going to be able to snipe very well. And he does have actually the crew skill armor, which reduces the inaccuracy of his gun when it is damaged. So he does have that bonus. I want to remind everyone that these guys do have all of the crew skills on all of their tanks, so everyone's on that kind of even footing.
It says terrible on the side of his tank. He just did terrible damage to the
Sure
T69.
I love the position that Plated Mega has taken. It's how I like to play Abby. Gives him an excellent sort of vantage point over the entire battlefield where he can fire shots on...
Oh my god. Every game, by the way, seems to be turning into a bigger and bigger 5100 party. We didn't talk about it yet in the start of this game. But in the last game we had 6 5100s. This time we got 8 of them.
It's all leading up to the culmination, battle number 5, where I'm sure it's just going to be 10 5100s, and they're all just going to charge straight at each other. May the best 5100 player win.
In Braveheart style.
Wreak Havok, as we can see, setting up a fairly defensive position this time, not getting overly aggressive. It's MOPP4 who has more map control, controlling the center. But other than that, not making any real efforts to push forward. That single T69 trying to get a little bit of center control back for Wreak Havok, but thus far neither spotting nor really able to, I guess, aggress much further because of that 1390 and 5100 that were holding that central position.
Tevix is trying to do something. Here he's actually trying to crawl up this hill. It's very difficult and it requires quite a bit of practice to get good at this, but he may try and go all the way to the top here and get some good spotting. I don't know if he's going to find anyone, though. Is another T1 even nearby?
No, there's nothing nearby for him to spot, but...
there are some guys in the Abbey.
You guys remember that movie where this guy gets like stuck while climbing in the Grand Canyon?
The boulder falls on his arm?
This could happen to this tank. Like his turret could get stuck. And then he would gonna have to rip off his own turret.
I've gotten stuck rolling down the mountain on Abbey.
I get
right
stuck
over here.
all the time when I go down hills in like my T29 or T69. Wait, what is it called? The big tank, T29.
Pick your tank.
T29.
T29.
T29, and my T32 is smaller, so it doesn't get stuck as easily. But my T29 always gets stuck. I'll go down a hill and and it's just like nosedive into the ground, and I can't move. Happens to me at least once a day.
I've gotten my WZ-132 stuck a few times, running away, and and I've had to sit there unable to get my gun around, and it's sad. It's sad.
It's never a good feeling.
Yeah.
Both sides playing extremely not aggressively, defensively. We're going to take a little trip through the clock tower here. Good flying, Dan. Check out that team logo on the back of Stagnate's tank.
See on the front.
Is that the front?
Yeah.
Looking pretty slick. Let's hop onto Kevin's cam and check this out. There it is.
I've got a hoodie on my tank.
Hoodie and a gas mask.
My tank
He ain't afraid of no chemical warfare. Not a whole lot going on other than just cool logos, camo, and flying camera shots.
You know, to be honest, I never get tired of good camo. It's kind of like fashion, you know. It never really runs. There's always a time and place for it.
I'm just waiting for Wargaming to like let us custom paint our tanks. That'll be the greatest thing ever.
That's what mods and skins are for.
Well, yeah, but if it's a mod or a skin, I can't share my work with someone else. I want the whole world to see my beautiful paint job.
In the game, well, you can share your work if everyone downloads the mod.
No, Randall.
No, Randall.
Okay.
We don't support that kind of behavior.
But there's a folder for mods.
Here's Tevix climbing up that hill like you talked about. And here's a very burned out house. Nobody lives there anymore.
You can still take the staircase upstairs. All right, this is the top floor of the house, and there's not a whole lot there. It's
That's
not very
Cleveland's
safe.
house from Family Guy.
It's not not very safe for children either.
So, finally a little bit of movement here on the left side of the map. Wreak Havok looks like they are going to go ahead and push up. About 4.5 minutes left here.
Oh, actually, it's kind of surprising to see the south side team push on the west side, because normally it is the team that sponsors north on Abbey that's putting on the first real aggression.
Yep, and there we go.
Pretty much uncontested. They're going to put themselves in pretty good position to get at least vision on perhaps 1 or 2 tanks, or perhaps even the flag.
And I think they just got a spot, too, off on Bach Rocker, so they know he's there. What they don't know is that he's surrounded by buddies, battle buddies. But look at this big concentrated push out of Wreak Havok. They are ready now to make something happen, and it's going to be Invade leading the charge.
Call Me Sarge got demoted, by the way. He was an IS-3 in the last game, and now he's a T1. That went downhill really fast.
Well, a few shots being traded here as both sides are beginning to make their ways into the battle. Only damage being taken thus far is by Wreak Havok. They're absorbing a lot of shots, and those 5100s do go down very fast. There's really nothing beefy and strong to absorb damage on the map right now. No IS-3s, no T-32s, nothing like that. It's just auto-loader action from top to bottom.
Very nice defensive position here by MOPP4. They got a couple of really good shots off. Chuck Monster took a little bit of damage, but they dealt way more damage to the team of Wreak Havok.
That is...
So I would really love to see them making some actions right now. Look at the HP bars on the top of the screen. They know they've landed so many shots. They're probably reloading all of them. And you can't blame them, or at least one at a time would be quite unintelligent to reload 4 autoloaders at the same time. Like, guys, can anyone shoot at them? But I think as soon as everyone's ready, everyone has a full turret, I think they're just going to go for it.
Yeah, we'll probably see another fight here in the next 10 to 20 seconds. Meanwhile, we can see in the distance those 2 T1s pushing up towards that blue flag, and this is a huge move. There's only a single T1 left. Call Me Sarge went down, remember. So now Stagnate and Conflict can once again represent a serious threat. We've seen this before on Abbey, the T1s backdooring that cap. Meanwhile, here comes MOPP4 pushing up, taking the high road. Wreak Havok is on the low road.
They're so close to each other right now, and I'm not even sure if they're aware of it.
They can almost spot each other by proxy, but neither side able to actually shoot at the other.
There we go.
The T1.
Oh my God!
Check Monster, you're way too far forward. Extremely exposed. Gets a great shot off on Unknown One and doesn't take any damage at all. Khalees also taking some damage. MOPP4 pushing in for the win. The lights can also push the flag. Check Monster does go down. Nemesis and Plated Mega taking damage.
Everyone is so low.
At 31 hit points. And
oh my God!
Thybane also going down. Unknown One and Smokey, the last two standing.
Nemesis is going to take a lot of damage as well. I can't believe, I think Wreak Havok is turning this around.
Somehow, some way, Nemesis, the last of the autoloaders, is going to fall. He's got, nobody has bullets left. He's like, I command you to surrender. Nemesis is like, no, I'm reloading.
1 HP, but it doesn't really matter.
Khalees reloads faster and will
Oh, but what about those T1s? Do you think they get back in time? They should, right?
I don't know, Kev. It's really all about Tevix. If he can get a reset, it is certain victory.
Where is the T1? Where's
Tevix? Is all the way in the east.
Back. He's coming.
So they're going to trap the T1s. There are 25 seconds remaining. That should be enough.
Not just an opportunity for a reset, but an opportunity for a spot. If Tevix can spot, it makes it so much easier for Khalees and Smokey to get those shots off. And here is that critical spot. Getting some shots off. No,
boom,
bam.
There we go.
And it wasn't the shooting, it was the spotting. Great job there by Tevix. Stagnate goes down, and so too will Conflict. GG, finally, somebody comes out ahead. Wreak Havok picks up the first battle victory in this best of 5 in the 4th battle. All right, here we go. Boys and girls, children of all ages, ladies and gentlemen, can't forget you.
Game 5, man, that is the game that we love most in World of Tanks. And we take a look at the tanks real quick. We see a couple of WZ-132s, but there is also one 5100 on the map. But I'm not going to talk about the tank selection for too long, because Randall, things are getting dicey over here.
Already, Conflict's taking damage. Randall, what's going on?
Yeah, so MOPP4 has decided to charge right through the middle. They decided to go over the west side, not expecting Wreak Havok to be in position for that, and now they are kind of stuck out in the open where Wreak Havok is to their southwest, and now they're going to actually push in because of some nice early damage.
Well, Conflict took a lot of damage already, though, in his WZ-132. They're landing a couple of good shots right now on Thybane.
But that 5100 putting out so much damage. Thybane goes down. Here comes Invade. Big run right through the middle of him, and now it's Wreak Havok's turn to lay on the pressure. They're trying to shore up their victory, and what a push it was.
So well done by Invade, man. What well played. Excellent swarm.
Invade says, ready, set, go. And with that, he just jumped all over MOPP4, driving right through the middle and doing a ton of damage. 3 of those critical tier 8s are gone. Stagnate, Plated Mega, and Conflict just getting crushed. Captain No Pants and Bachrocker remain, but both of them have taken some damage already and do not represent much of a threat to the 4 tier 8s left on the field for Wreak Havok. 2 T-69s, a 1390, and WZ-132.
Guess the No Pants is taking quite a bit of damage as we're following him. I'm not sure where he's running, perhaps to one of the tier 1s. He's like, guys, it's
Back
not
me
looking
up.
good. And
He
he's
will
gonna
get
get lit
picked
up
off
as well.
there.
He will fall, and with that, MOPP4 is gonna fall for the 2nd time this season. And this does mean, despite a lot of draws, that Wreak Havok right now is 2-0 in our league, man.
That's right. Wreak Havok showing some... You know what? I swear I think they were just waiting for an open map, because this was a much more in-your-face strategy. And they looked so much more... I mean, it was MOPP4 who started it. It was certainly MOPP4 who started it, but as soon as Wreak Havok recognized their advantage, they jumped all over it.
on it. Yeah, I really love the play from Invade, man. He didn't sit back. He just swung around, and he got a couple of big shots off on the back of those tanks.
And it has to be said, the team who brought the most 5100s
did win. Even though
Thybane did some good damage there, and he was the one that smacked Conflict right off the bat. He said, hey, you stop.
And then he absorbed a lot of shots as well. I mean, of course, 5100 is not like an IS-3, but it does soak up a little more damage than a 3090.
Yeah, a lot more than those little light tanks. So very well played. Randall, your thoughts as we reach the closing moments of this final match?
I don't think Wreak Havok was expecting to be pushed in, but when it happened, they were like, okay, come on over. Free damage, sure thing. And it just worked out in their favor. They really did capitalize on that advantage.
Very well played there from Wreak Havok, making the most of it. They walk away with a 2-0 win in the best of 5 after 3 consecutive draws.
And if I have to make notes of this series, I will just keep it very short and simple. 5100.
I know what tank I'm going to play when I get home. Same tank I play every night, the 5100.
You know, you would actually be a perfect fit for this team.
I'm far too bad with my 5100. Here's that first push getting shut down. MOPP4 coming right through the middle, and oh, hello, Invade. Just comes right over that ridge.
For a second, I thought it was going to ram him.
He really came out of nowhere. Like, he was unseen, snuck up on him, got behind him, and did some great work. Excellent play out of Invade and the rest of his team there, taking out MOPP4 and securing their victory.
So this also, once more, this means that Wreak Havok is going to join Simp and Scurryhard as the only team so far in our league that are 2-0. That, of course, looks good for the chances in Vegas, but they're not there yet. It's just the start of the season, but still.
It's just a start, but
2-0 is an excellent start.
A lot of momentum. It's almost hard to find yourself in the bottom half after winning the first 2.
Yeah, I mean, even if you go 2-5, you're not going to finish last in your group.
That's right. So that having been said, our next match will be Simplistic versus the Cunninghams. The Cunninghams showed us some great games yesterday. Unfortunately, they were not able to bring it out. Hopefully, we see some more of that good play here today.
That was exciting yesterday. They played against EC. It was a good series. They lost 2-3 in it. Certainly a nail-biting game on Runeberg.
It was 2-0 to start, wasn't it? Or was it 2-1?
2-1. So it was like 1-0 for EC, then 2-1 for Cunninghams, and then EC came back.
Won the last 2. So that's coming up. Before we jump into that, though, it is still the Hit the Lights weekend. Hop into your light tanks, scout it up, earn extra credits, earn extra experience, and buy discounted scouts.
Sounds like my weekend, man.
It's certainly a good one for me and Dan, because we love cruising around in our ELC AMXs.
Oh, I have one too.
Do you like? Have you started to like your ELC?
A little bit. Like I still, you know, I am still this guy. If I play an ECL AMX, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna scout this game, and then I see this guy, and then I just completely stop because I was like, this one is mine.
Gotta get him.
And then I do shoot at him, and that's like, okay, I did damage. But then instead of driving on, I just keep standing there because I want to kill him, and I shoot again, and then I die.
Story of my life. In honor of the Hit the Lights weekend, we've asked you guys to send us your greatest scouting failures and your greatest scouting successes. The winner of that competition is going to be awarded with a premium tank. We're going to give away a couple M22 Locusts.